Hi, this is Charles Stack from Sideways. This video will show you how to edit the word label files using Audacity. You'll get an email with 2 files attached and a reminder of the 6 instructions. So you take the 2 files and save them somewhere on your computer. And then after you've done that, you start the Audacity program. And once that's open, you go File, Open, and load the MP3 file that you saved in step number 1. And it should look something like this. This particular audio file is just under 20 seconds long. After you've got the MP3 file loaded, you go to File, Import, Labels, and now pick the .txt file that you saved in that step number 1 and load that in, and that should look something like this. The labels will be approximately the same length as the audio file, but not exactly, and that's the job. So I can show you a couple of keystrokes that will make this easier. Command 1 will zoom in. See how it zooms in and gives you a better view? So the first sentence is Peter got down very quietly off the wheelbarrow. And that's approximately aligned with the words. Now to find out how close the alignment is, you can click on each word and then click on the play button. And you can probably hear my speaker a little bit. It said Peter, but it wasn't quite long enough. So the first thing we do is hit the center dot between the 2 words and drag it over a little bit, and then play it again. I think we still need to go a little further. And you see you want to hit that center dot so that it doesn't change the alignment of, so it does change the alignment of the next word. So that sounds about right. Then we go to the next one. That said got. And I'm guessing here because you can kind of look, you get a feel for this as you do more. It'll go a lot faster as you get used to both using the mouse and what words look like in audio.
Down.
So there's down, and we'll try very.
Very.
And quietly is probably too long. We'll see.
Quiet.
No, I should have left it where it was.
Quietly.
So the center dot is the easiest one to use, but sometimes you need to shorten something up. For example, if they get disconnected, the 2 little handles on either side will move just the one word instead of both words, which can be useful as well. And then you can see this big gap, that's silence obviously, and I happen to know that and is the beginning of the next section. So if I do this one,
Barrow.
you can see wheelbarrow is this whole word here.
Wheelbarrow.
Okay, that's a perfect alignment. Now just to test it, we'll go back here.
Peter. Got. Down. Very.
It's a little staccato,
Running quietly.
but you can see how that works. That wasn't too bad. Short words are short, long words are long.
Wheelbarrow. And
That wasn't quite right. That's an S sound. I learned to recognize that. So you move these along until you've completed the entire set of words. And then you go, it's important not to change the audio file. That's the top row. Not to edit that at all because that'll change all the time settings. But once you've completed your set of words, you go to File, Export, Labels. And you can, I recommend that you give it the same name. That way if you want to work in sections, if you have a big project and you want to do it little bits at a time, you can just save it over the top of the first one, or you can create your own name. But it's important when you send them back to us that they have the same name that they came with. And I, of course, didn't do that. There, it's Rabbit. It's Peter Rabbit, and then 44, which is the actual page number. And it'll say I want to replace the one that exists. I do. Now, if I want to go back, if I want to do this in multiple parts, I can also save this entire project. And that'll leave everything exactly the way it is, and I can come back in and start over. So if you have a big set of files, you can do it in small increments, save the project in between, and then when you're completely done, do File and Export. So that's the first 5 steps, and the final step is to email it back to us. So here's the email address. And you don't need to send the audio file back. We have that. That's no problem. So email the file that you just saved, the peterrabbit44.txt file. And I'll show you what it looks like if you want to see here. It just looks like this with the very, very, very precise audio measurements. That's seconds and milliseconds. And then the individual word. And that's what you're going to email back to Sideways. Well, thanks. And if you have any questions about how to do this or hints on how to do it better, feel free to give me an email. Thanks.